Welcome to the first episode of Photoshop for Beginners. My name is Andrei from PSDBox.com, and today I'll make you an introduction to the Photoshop interface. Just a couple of things before we start. I'm not a professional. I'm not a professional designer. I've been using Photoshop for like 4 or 5 years now, but I know a few things about it, and if you get to learn what I know about Photoshop, you will be just fine. And if you want to learn more about art and design, that's up to you, but I will just show you how to use the program and some of the techniques that I use and some of the effects that I make. Photoshop is not difficult to learn, but the problem is on the internet you don't find related tutorials. So that's what I want to do with this series. I want to make tutorials that right from the beginning, showing you the interface and how to use all the tools and all the menus, and then it's up to your creative mind to create new and nice artworks. So let's start. I'm using Photoshop CS5, but everything you learn here will apply to older versions like CS4, CS3 or CS2. The interface of Photoshop has 4 main parts: the tools here on the left, the settings bar, and the menus on top of them, the panels on the right side, and the work area here in the middle. Right now I don't have any documents opened. So let's start with the tools. This panel here contains all the tools that you will ever need for your designs. If you have Photoshop the extended version, you will also have some 3D icons here, because the extended Photoshop of CS4 and 5 support 3D elements. And notice that each of these tools has a black arrow. That indicates that inside this tool there are other tools. So if you click and hold the mouse, you will see a list with more tools opening. Usually these tools are related, so as you can see here. We will talk in more detail about each of these tools in another video, but just to know that you can change also the appearance of this. I like it more like this, but in older versions like CS2 they were like this. So next, here you have the settings bar, and this works with the toolbar. So if you select a tool here, you will notice that the settings and the options available change. And that's all it is to it. We will talk about this throughout this series. And on top of this we have the menus. These are similar to any software. Some dedicated menu items like the layer or filters are special to Photoshop. We have some options here. I will show you how to use filters and how to customize this entire interface, but that on another video. On the right side we have panels. The information that is displayed here can be changed from the window menu. For example, if I want to have the actions here on this panels, actually this is called a panel dock, I think. I don't want to go into too much technicals because it's easier for you to understand, but I think this one is called the dock, panels dock. So from the windows, if I want to have the actions, I just click window and choose actions. For example, let me close it and do it again, so it appears here. If I want to show the histogram, for example, in this case I have it here. You notice this other bar here. This is another dock which can be expanded, and right now it's lacking. So, but I prefer to have it collapsed here and I only see the icons. But if you click the icons, you'll see another panel appearing here, and you can click and drag this anywhere you want, so you can customize this. As I said, I will show you how to customize your workspace. In reality, this is a workspace that I made myself. It's a custom one, which I called CS3 because I started working with CS3 and I got used to that interface and I liked it. Now I'm using the same one, but the default view is similar to this one. Maybe the navigator is not here. From this button here, from this double arrow, you can change the preset, because Photoshop comes with a few presets. For example, for photography, you have this preset. I don't really like too much any of these presets. That's why I made my own with the options that I use the most. So let's go back to CS3. I will show you how to create a custom preset on another video. And this big gray area is the workspace. This is where your design will be. I will create a new file now. You don't have to create it if you don't want to, but I will show you how to create files and how to manage these tabs, because you can have documents in tabs. So for example, if you have multiple tabs, actually multiple documents opened at the same time, from this icon here you can change how to display them and at the same time. And if you choose this one, it will only show one at a time, and you have to click to navigate through them. Let me close that. The most important panels here are the history and the layers, and also actions. I will show you which ones I use the most, but by far the most important one is layers. You will use this a lot. Actually, you cannot work in Photoshop without the layers palette. So I will show you how to. I have a dedicated video only to this palette because it's very important. On the bottom left side, you have the zoom. This is the zoom level, and here is the document size. And let's hope that disappears. You can change the information displayed here using this arrow, but I never use it. I always leave it to document size. So okay, don't worry too much if you don't know how to navigate through this just yet, because it's not that you have to learn everything right now, but as we go through all these things, if you practice, you will learn how to work with all this together. As I said, I will show you how to customize your workspace. That will be an important lesson, because you will learn to navigate through all of this even more. And also I'll show you each tool, what it does, how to use it, and all of that. So that's it for now. I will see you on the next video.